Hey y'all, today I'm going to show you how to make gluten-free corn fritters 2 ways. If you've never had them, you've got to try them because they are so addictive. They're loaded with fresh corn, cut off the cob and added to a thick fritter batter and then deep fried until golden brown. I absolutely love the texture of these. They are so light and airy and crisp on the outside. And this dip is like Mexican street corn in dip form. It's so good, y'all. So let's get into it and I'll show you how to make them. I've got 4 ears of corn here. Usually I put these right on the grill just like this, and maybe I'll make a video of how to do it. Something that I learned from a chef at Johnson & Wales years ago when they were close by us. That grilled corn is so easy and it is the best. But today I'm taking all these kernels off the cobs. So to do that, I don't break out a bundt pan or a large bowl and hold it upright. How I do it is so much easier and no kernels go flying all over the place. So here's what I do. The first cut is the worst because you're cutting on a round object. So be extra careful, but you just cut off that side and then you have a level corn cob to cut off the rest. As you can see, none of these corn kernels are going anywhere but on my cutting board. I also like to take the back of my knife and run it down the sides of the cob just to get any of those corn juices or milk, I think they like to call it. Whatever it's called, I like to get that extra little bit in there too. Okay, I'll put all of these in a large bowl and then set this aside for just a minute. I've got 3/4 a cup or 180 ml of milk in this little measuring cup, and I'm adding an egg to it. And I'll just whisk this together real quick. And then I have a tablespoon of butter, melted butter, that I'll add in here as well and give it a good whisk. And that's all my wet ingredients. And I'll just put this aside real quick. And then for the dry ingredients, I have 1 cup or 140 grams of Kim's gluten-free all-purpose flour blend in this way too small bowl here because I've got to keep up my reputation of using bowls that are too small. And I've added 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, a teaspoon of baking powder, and a half a teaspoon of salt. And I'll give this a quick little mix. So I'll pour the wet ingredients in first and mix this well. Make sure all the corn is coated. And then I'll pour the dry ingredients in and just stir well until like a semi-thick batter forms here. That's good. I'm going to cover this and let it sit for 30 minutes and it'll thicken up just a little bit. So while this is sitting, I'll go ahead and make the dip. I've got a half a cup or 120 grams each of mayonnaise and sour cream. And then I'm adding a 1/4 cup or 30 grams of grated Parmesan cheese, as well as 1 teaspoon of chili powder, a half a teaspoon of garlic powder, a half a teaspoon of salt, and a 1/4 teaspoon of ground black pepper. And then this is about a tablespoon of chopped fresh parsley. And then I'll add the juice of 1 lime to this and just mix it all together. Got to get the most juice out of this lime possible. Y'all, this dip is like, it's a riff on Mexican street corn, but in dip form. And of course, without the corn, because the corn is already in our fritters. I thought it would go so well with this. I'm going to actually switch to a little whisk to get it really well mixed. I used grated Parmesan here instead of cotija because I always have it in my fridge, but you're welcome to use cotija. And I also used parsley instead of cilantro because I'm not the biggest fan of cilantro. It's okay, but if you want to go ahead and use cilantro, by all means use cilantro. Alrighty, it's time to fry, y'all. My oil is set at 360 Fahrenheit. And I'm just using a small cookie scoop to carefully drop these fritters into the hot oil. The temp will reduce a little. That's why I set it for 360. So you're really going for 350 Fahrenheit. So just make sure and adjust your heat as necessary to maintain that 350. I'll put about half of the batter in here because these are small and this pot is big enough for that. I just don't want to overcrowd too much. And I'll just let these fry for about 2 to 3 minutes and use my spider thingy to move around all of the fritters in the oil to make sure all sides get nice and golden brown. And I've got a wire rack set over a baking sheet here to the side, and I'll just drain these right on that wire rack, and that helps keep them nice and crispy on the outside. And they stay good and crispy for a little while, even when they are like at room temperature. Now I know a bunch of y'all are resistant to deep frying, and I get it. It can be a pain and messy and all that, but you can also make these by shallow pan frying. So in my cast iron skillet here, I'm just melting some butter. This is about 2 tablespoons or so. It doesn't need to be exact, just enough to coat the bottom of your pan completely. And my pan is set over medium heat. And I'll just drop spoonfuls into the pan and kind of flatten them with my scoop into like a pancake form. This is actually the most known way of making corn fritters. I just had the other way, the deep fried way, and personally liked those. So you can do them whatever way you want. You just cook them on one side just like you would a pancake, and then turn over and cook on the other side until they're golden brown. And like I said, I prefer the deep fried ones because this is how my mom and I had them at the Cheesecake Factory many years ago, back before I was gluten-free, and I just fell in love with them there. And I've been craving them since, so it's been like probably a good 20 years or so. I knew I'd have to recreate them one day, and I decided I was gonna make them into a Mexican street corn version with a dip, because I remember them being served with a dip and they were just so good. I love Mexican street corn anyway, and these fritters, they're so light and airy and they're crisp on the outside, but what I love so much is like the corn, when you bite into it, it like pops. It just, I don't know, it's just something that I can't describe. It's such a unique texture all combined into one. It's so good, y'all. Enjoy.